Spend any time on the road,
Where I'm from, people are a lot better drivers than when I moved here into Des Moines.
and you'll run into another driver who just makes you wonder.
More bad drivers than good drivers.
Where did they learn how to drive?
There's a lot of bad drivers. There's some good drivers, and there's drivers who should be taken off the road.
Jackie Stanley says she's seen it all out on the road, and she helps us begin with bad driving habit number 8, complaints about our beloved pets in a driver's lap.
The pet's moving around, so I don't see how they can see to drive, and it's not safe for them or the pet.
Intersection troubles make up number 6 and 7 on our list of bad driving habits. Our viewers don't like seeing people speed up to make it through yellow lights, and they really don't like drivers who turn right on red without checking oncoming traffic.
They turn right on red thinking that it's a right instead of a privilege.
Entrance ramp confusion is our 5th bad driving habit.
This pet peeve is a double whammy. Drivers are often upset when it takes cars too long to get up to speed on an entrance ramp, and there's always the question of what to do about merging at the end of the entrance ramp.
The experts say you should be traveling at freeway or interstate speed by the time you merge. But remember,
You have to understand, when you are merging onto the interstate, you do not have the right-of-way. That vehicle on the interstate has the right-of-way.
our 4th bad driving habit,
You need to get over to the right and let people past you.
Bill Brunia is frustrated when drivers are hogging the left lane, or passing lane as it's called, often blocking faster drivers from getting by.
That's the passing lane, and it's supposed to be left open for passing.
But Iowa law does not see it that way.
People call it the fast lane, but there is no law stating that you have to move over for a vehicle. If you are driving in that left lane and you are driving the posted speed limit, you can stay in that left lane as long as you want.
Still, Sergeant Scott Bright says drivers should move to the right as a courtesy, especially if they're going slower than the speed limit. Iowans have a reputation for not using their turn signals, which makes the number 3 spot on our list.
It's a guessing game, but I appreciate when they do use them.
Here's the law: signal at least 100 feet before a turn if the speed limit is 45 miles per hour or less. If the speed limit is faster than 45, signal at least 300 feet before you turn. Tailgating is our number 2 bad driving habit.
Because you can't see what's happening. I can hit my brakes and you don't know what's in front of me. You don't know what I'm seeing.
The Iowa DOT suggests staying back 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour of speed you're traveling. 60 on the freeway, stay back about 90 feet from the car in front. And number 1 on our list,
Texting, talking on the phones, not paying attention.
Makes you mad?
Oh yeah.
distracted driving. KCCI viewers say they cannot believe some of the things drivers do in the front seat instead of concentrating on the road.
And I can see they're texting or they're putting on makeup or doing something like that, so it's just kind of frustrating.
And sure enough, we found driver after driver on the phone. Cell phones are part of our lives, and that includes talking in the car. But we caught this woman with a phone in one hand and a power cord in the other. How is she even steering? A close second to phones eating in the car. Texting is also a big problem, but the Iowa State Patrol says that law is almost impossible to enforce.
We try to tell people, is it worth your life to try to look at that email? That email is going to be there when you get to the office. So the best thing to do is put your phone down, keep your focus on driving, and that's the number 1 task at hand.
Well, it's the only operating place in the country where you can come and drive tanks for the adventure, for the learning, for the history, for whatever reason you want to drive a tank.
Tony Borglum loves his job because he loves tanks, and now he can share his love by giving fans a chance to drive them.
Yeah, we've got equipment here that most people spend an entire lifetime seeing it and saying, man, I wish I could see that. I wish I could see one of those.
Borglum started Drive-A-Tank about 6 years ago after a trip to England to buy surplus British war tanks. Tanks like the 15-ton Abbott SPG or self-propelled gun.
It's made to do the shooting and move fast or work as artillery. It's a multi-role vehicle. It can be used as a tank destroyer or it can be used as an artillery piece, mobile field artillery. It's kind of a Swiss Army knife, crescent wrench of a tank.
And a much bigger tank like the Chieftain Mark 10 is the perfect machine to crush a car. But more on that later.
Is this dangerous? Yes. Is walking down the street dangerous? Yes.
As soon as the Minnesota snow melts, classes at Drive-A-Tank start. Customers from all over the world stop by to learn how to drive a tank. After a short classroom lesson, it's outdoors and into the tank.
Think you're ready to drive a tank, soldier?
All right, thank you.
Rick Matson is my teacher, and it turns out the hardest part is getting in the driver's seat and the nose of the tank.
It's a good thing I don't weigh a lot. Yeah.
Okay. We've gotten them in there a lot bigger than you.
Okay. Once you learn the controls, a foot pedal to accelerate, pull 2 sticks to turn left or right, and pull both back for braking, it's time to go.
Okay, go ahead, move forward.
Here we go.
The tank course is a winding dirt trail.
To the right, pull right. There you go. Good job.
With plenty of hills, quick turns.
Okay, he's up on the gas now.
And best of all, a spot to help you cool off.
Oh, let her go. There you go. Excellent. Good shot. Okay, brake. Whoa.
Then it's back to the starting line and the rest of the class gets a turn, including this customer we ran into from Clive, Derek Gritman.
Good job. Was that fun or what?
Oh, that was awesome.
This Abbott weighs about 16 tons, and it's considered small. If you really want to have fun, though, you might try something that is about 60 tons.
That's how much the Chieftain Mark 10 weighs, and it's the tank the school uses to crush cars.
I've been doing it for 2 years, and I get goosebumps every time the Chieftain fires up.
Noel Steiner is the man in charge of lining up scrap cars. He grabs a car with his special loader and carefully places it in the path of the Chieftain Mark 10. Drivers pay extra to climb on board and do some damage. Mike Petron,
something you don't get to do every day,
and Trevor Hobson are crushing cars today.
If somebody ever says, have you ever driven over a car with a tank? You can be, yep, sure have.
Mike's up first. He flattens this geoprism like the proverbial pancake, and quite proud of his new skill, too.
Dead center. Dead center. That was nice. Good.
Trevor is next. And in just a few seconds, this Dodge Intrepid is a goner.
But it's a lot of fun. It's the sounds and stuff. You hear the glass breaking and you hear the metal crunching underneath. It sounds great.
In the end, these customers say they got a lot of bang for their buck. Many fulfilling a childhood dream of driving a tank and smashing a car. And that's just what Drive-A-Tank owner Tony Borglum likes to hear.
And they go to museums and they get to see the stuff, but you don't get to climb in it, you don't get to touch it. There's always a rope, and here we take down the ropes and you climb in and you get to drive the exhibits at this museum.
Okay, here goes nothing.
It is a little on the slick side.
It's really fast going down and a little slow coming up, but it's awesome.
Oh, goodness.
What else are you going to be doing? Sitting around stuffing your face?
We got 6 of us, so we might as well call us the Brady Bunch. Yeah. Let's go! Enjoying the nice weather, plenty of sun. What else could you ask for on a better day than this on Christmas?
Again!
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus! The hill's pretty rough when you're about 45 years old. You ready? Dad's gonna hit the big one. The ramp. That's a whole different story. That's a pretty big ramp for me. Oh, God!
That must have hurt.
It's gonna be sore tomorrow when I go to work. Hey, I stayed on! Oh, jeez. Oh, she's gonna fly. She's gonna fly. Oh! Having a good old day on Christmas Day with the kids. But hey, I'm a kid at heart.